Peace, family. Mass Kwesi with Gambia. If this is your first time to the channel, like and subscribe and share. Also, we want to be able to get the word out. Important information about the movement and where we are with the movement. Oh man, anybody that knows me and been following, my subscribers, those that have been watching, we've been on a perilous journey, and it had its heights. It had its heights prior to anyone coming. A lot of people coming over. There was a lot of promise being directed towards Africa. All of that goodness came into question when we had a blow up in the Gambia, West Africa, which is the smallest country. Myself and my former business partners, our personal issues and our personal problems became a public spectacle in front of hundreds of thousands of people who were watching on. And it really damaged the collective spirit of the movement. And I had to jump in and get right into this. And I'm gonna address this video that was done. I have a lot that I have on my plate, you know what I mean? And I want to be able to help as much as I can, and be able to heal a situation that has hurt and damaged many. There was a video that I did a few weeks ago with Bomani, and I did a series of videos with him, breaking down the whole conspiracy that took place in the Gambia that brought a lot of negative to the Gambia and destroyed a lot of good people's intentions and their works and their reputations. Since then, all the accusations were proven false through proper authorities, Gambian authorities, and that has been put behind us for the most part. However, there's many people who have not heard the truth of everything. So in any case, I'm going to go to this video. I'm going to share my screen. Hold on one second. And we're going to break down this video. And I'm new to this whole StreamYard thingy, so I ask everyone to be patient with me. And as I share the screen, let's see. Great. So we have the screen share now. Okay. Bang. Okay, now I want to just see this. Okay. We all know who this is. This is the Negropean, and he was someone who early on in this whole drama had involved himself, or as he will explain how he got started in this process, and I'll let him tell you from his own mouth. Here we go.
Make them very often, do I? But we are going to make a reaction video today, and we're going to be reacting towards the video that was made by Mr. Bomani and Kwesi Boyd himself.
And we're going to fast forward a little bit because,
you can video
okay,
to a little.
We got to do his spiel.
Okay. The relationship between Juliet and Negropean, it later came out that they had a relationship and that they knew each other on a first name basis. You know what I mean? She was giving him information about Art Cathey, because she had a problem with Art Cathey.
How would you like to obtain over $250,000 in business records without having to walk into a bank?
Let's go ahead.
Listen, I'm going to be honest with you. Yes,
he's going to be honest.
Get some of that information that I used on my channel a couple of years ago from Juliet. I spoke to her and she gave me some of the information. But when she was giving me this information, I knew that she was manipulating me, and I could see it. So I know that some of the information she was giving me was the truth, and I know that some of it I had to ignore. So it was difficult to sift through the information and to find out whether what she was saying was the truth or whether she was just making up complete, utter lies.
I was with Juliet and I was working with Juliet.
Okay. I'm going to stop sharing the screen now, and I'll get back to the StreamYard. I'm going to give you my email. That was so disturbing. And the whole situation was disturbing from day one. And I never thought that I would have to be dealing with the movement at this level. that's serious, because everybody saw what happened. It's very apparent all over the YouTube, and to have someone that's supposed to be bringing stability to the country to be behind that really shows you their character and how much they really care about the Gambia and the stability in Gambia, or their own fellow man, their own brother. You know, that was very disturbing. It's this video, like I said, there's so much video. I always shout out to Kiki Love Nigeria. That's the sister right there who was really, really, you know, exposing a lot of these people who, you know, don't understand or have a concept of movement, and they're in the injecting themselves in the movement, and they're using their own personal agenda to create division and create instability. And that is the simple, plain truth of it. And anyone coming along as myself, as we'll see in this video, he'll say, oh, you know, Kwesi, you know, there's no doubt that, you know, he would have been, you know, someone who would have been making the greatest difference by now in the Gambia, if it hadn't been for those situations that he was, you know, used. Many of us was used, you know, the whole community was used and abused and served like hell. You understand what I'm saying? And it's a conversation that we have to have. It's a healing process. We need to heal. With my content, I thought about making him into a clown face, and because he did that in his image, but you know, I felt myself slithering into a wet, dark place. And we always want to maintain the highest level of integrity when we're dealing and we're talking to people who are fighting for their very survival, and we are fighting for our very survival. I mean, gas prices is killing people. I mean, I've been here and I've been seeing the utilization of gas, and I'm like, I don't move around this much, and that's just oppressive. You know, when I talk about it, just all the bills. So in any case, geez, we're gonna look at some more of this video, and we're gonna just we're gonna take our time and look at this. You know, I realize there's a lot of people out there that want to see me, you know, and I don't have a lot of subscribers, but people, you have to understand, when I had 0 subscribers, I was making major moves in the movement. Major moves. I'm making more moves with a couple thousand subscribers than people that have 50,000 subscribers, because anything they do, all of that goes to them. Okay, all of that goes in their pockets, to their family legacy. All right, so we got to understand. Let's see.
Every day when she first started.
I don't think that he's lying about this as well. I think this genuinely happened. And
he was talking about when Juliet the chair
position to leave the Bla-xit household. He knew this sooner and took flight, but no, he's
spiritual, so I saw a sign in that.
Wow, the chair broke. That is kind of wild. I mean, I don't think that he's lying about this as well. I think this
true story
genuinely happened, and he saw that as a bad omen. Perhaps he should have acted sooner and took flight, but no, Kwesi couldn't leave at that time because.
Well, in that statement, he told me I couldn't leave at that time. At that time, I just met her for the first time, and I had absolutely no idea who she was. At that time, I was already in Gambia doing major things, you know. So Juliet at that time, she didn't have a platform. She didn't have anything. She only had, Watermai just started her channel. She probably had about 2,000 subscribers. So I was at no point in time that I was dependent upon, and I hope you guys can see me, the Bla-xit organization, as far as financially or anything else. I'm my own man. I have my own potential.
Because he was in no situation, no position to leave the Bla-xit household. He knew that he was in a position that he could use Bla-xit, help himself forward.
It was all about working together. That doesn't make any sense.
For himself,
selling land, and early on in the land, you know, one of my wives actually worked for the company, and we were selling land there. And early on, I saw that there was going to be problems with the land, and you know, I wanted to do, you know, everyone going over there buying land in a haphazard way and in a impulse buying. You know, they just want to buy into the idea. You know, it leads to a lot of issues.
Basically, what he's saying is that there were discrepancies in the paperwork.
Before they're pretty much, you know.
So pretty much early on in the land process, we saw that there was problems there, and that's, you know, where, you know, like I said, I saw a lady, you know, I was one of the first people that purchased land in that situation, and I saw a lady. Her land was actually several meters on someone else's property, and we were sent out there to tell these people, hey, your plot is there, and we were being told, you know, just tell them it's there and they will just work it out on the back end, because people were coming, they were being aggressive. This was 2 years ago about their plots of land. You know what I mean? We sold you know, about 60 pieces of land at that time. And then, you know, as I said, you know, my whole idea was to set up an escrow and do a land deal and get the land for free. So, you know, that you know, all of that stuff still exists. Just because you don't see it on YouTube don't mean that a lot of progress is not happening. But in any case, we'll look more at this video here. Let me see. Let me try a different screen layout format. I don't know. Screen layout. I'm trying to figure out how to use this thing so I can. So that was the situation there.
Responsible and it's been established that they've been having all of these misdealings.
Okay, so pretty much, and he'll talk about it. You know, everybody that pretty much was a part of the whole gang up, you know, they've already been exposed for running numerous hustles and scams and overcharging people. Everybody that came into that was under that umbrella. We got umbrellas in Gambia now, umbrellas of wicketry. So you have to be careful.
Brought that out, but initially, you know, all of that attack was to create a smoke screen,
create a distraction, you know, and destroy our community.
Pure hate. You understand what I'm saying? Pure hate.
I think that Kwesi Boyd and Bla-xit were working with one another for one reason or another, and I don't want to blame either one of them.
The reason why we had our problem, because when Art came, I was going to assist Art Cathey in building her brand. And, you know, as a business developer, I hope you guys can see that. I don't know when anyone, you know, you guys probably heard it, but in any case, as a business developer, you know, at that time, 2 years ago, nobody was coming at that time. So we have people coming over. So of course we want to support anybody in their business, as long as it's positive. You know, at that time, we could never expect, you know, everything to unfold the way that it did. But at that time, she was just someone that was coming over. In fact, I saw her whole dreams crushed immediately when she came in interaction with the Bla-xit and Juliet. You understand what I'm saying? This, you know, this rabbit hole run real deep in terms of, you know, it's, you know, people coming over and being offended and being made to feel, you know, unwanted. Jeez. I'm gonna go ahead and show my screen. He haven't been around in a while, so you know, he saw the video that we did, and you know, they try to make you fear of you know, speaking out and saying things because of repercussions, and you know what I mean. But at the end of the day, we got to speak up for what's right.
At this moment, because I don't have the information, and I wasn't in the household.
Right, he wasn't in the country at all.
They both knew this relationship was not feasible. I think Kwesi Boyd did the unthinkable. I think he went in, took whatever he needed. He took all the information, the database, the people that give Bla-xit money. He went in and took all that information and started building his own database.
And then, okay, I don't know where that part went off, but he made the accusation that when I left Bla-xit organization, I took her some in the database. First of all, when you build a company, in order for people to be funneled into the those databases, they have to come through your website. So everyone that went into her database knew exactly they were dealing with Bla-xit and Juliet Ryan and whatever we had available. Okay, the data doesn't lie. Thank you, Kiki. The research showed Kwesi Boyd, Miss Bla-xit was the instigator of corporate coup. And that's what the research you did, all of that stuff is going to be evidence, Kiki. Thank you so much for, you know, putting your reputation online and going up against this great dragon. It's like, you know, our community is used to destroying our young men. We watch it every day. We watch our young men die every day. What is going on in the households where these young men are going out dying, and we've been dying for decades? That's a continuation of that, and it's coming from our sisters, you know, and our brothers doing the dirty work. Now they got the 10-year-old girl went and killed somebody in Orlando. Her mother was fighting. Her mother gave her the bag. The girl pulled it out. Bang, bang. She was already prepared for all the video games that she was playing. You know, and we're trying to get away from that. So we don't need to be, you know, our way out. We don't need to bring that. And if we have people doing that, we need to get rid of them immediately, and we need to take action. We need to, brothers and sisters in the diaspora, we cannot allow just a few people to smother the movement and destroy the movement. Anybody that came through that database, when we started with Art Cathey, everything blew up for us. You know, I don't cold call. You know, we'll get together, we'll package, we'll brand a person, we'll give them everything they need to monetize, and then their database comes alive, and our databases come alive, and we show some of that, and that'll be, you know, become evidence. The Gambia prosecutors saw all of the work that you guys go through my channel, man, and you see all the work I've done with Gambians, and you know, the foundation I laid and put there in the Gambia, you know, these people, they because of the person I am, they don't want people to see someone that's doing positive. You know, they only want you to see them. You understand? Because that's going to affect their bottom line. Any case, when Art Cathey, when we set up the database for her, when people put their information in that database, they knew. And then, you know, I've already compared them, you know, the databases, but that was never the issue from day one. Even if that was the issue, you go to the authorities. We sat down and we had a truce when the first blow up, when Juliet went on Watermeyer. We did a truce. Adrian came to my compound where, you know, and we spoke with a business developer, Mr. Smart, that was representing Juliet and Bla-xit. And, you know, like I said, you know, I didn't need Bla-xit. I was going at a point where I was going to leave Bla-xit anyway, you know, from working with her, because you know, I mean, like, you know, and, you know, you can't work up them to somebody that, you know, you can't be a business developer and a personal assistant to, you know, that don't work. You know, I'm planning to have, you know, thousands of businesses under my app, not just one business. So that's, I mean, we're going through all of these trials and stuff right here to perfect that app that people can download. And it's going to be, you know, a very powerful tool of interconnectivity. These are the things that we should be focusing on, and how we can build strong communities. But with all of this taking place, how this individual, Negropean, was given birth by one of the biggest personalities in the repatriation movement in the Gambia, in West Africa, all over Africa. I was looking at my YouTube and I was seeing how many people all over the world is watching, all over the world. And one of the biggest figures in the greatest movement of our time would give birth to someone named Negropean, who shares Eurocentral value system and values. You think about that to a point where they would blatantly attempt I haven't been using the corporate takeover, because that's when it leads to criminal charges. Okay, when you talk about embezzlement and espionage, you know, because think about it, we had we had over 500 people that were members that filled out forms on Art Cathey site to become members of the repack community in the Gambia specifically. 250 investors, 50 of which actually executed investments, over 7 figures in investments, in which I was the largest contributor. 5 of us made up half of the 100,000. Okay. And as I said, I've been investing long before that. That's not a lot of money at all. However, it's a lot of money when people, are putting, the majority of people that's just putting up a little 500,000, 2,000, and their hopes, their investment in their hopes and dreams is greater, and that's what they had, and that was crushed, not by anything that I did or my former business partner, but by a community of people that don't understand, true Pan-Africanism. And the foundation was set with Bla-xit and Juliet Ryan by alienating Bag to a point where, they got to a point where they're duplicating just her level of arrogance that could be clearly seen. And it's all leading to liability. And instead of us building together, it's going to be a bunch of court cases that we're going to be dealing with, holding people accountable for this tragedy that they call a movement. Let's get back to Brother Negropean. Let me share my screen.
I think that's where Kwesi Boyd got the information from to start his own data.
Well, I already established that, and if you guys look at one of my older lives, I've created a site 8 years ago that's a powerhouse for just economic economic engine, and it proved itself to be so. So I didn't need, I came to contribute, and Juliet could have had that for the Bla-xit organization, but she rejected that. I went with Art Cathey, and when they saw that they was popping off, this is where all of this came from.
And you have people like Negropean, and as I shared before, I don't even like to talk to him because he was just he's just a tool. He was a student. He was building his channel up, and he just he's not somebody that cares. It's kind of like what we call a bottom feeder, low life. That's what the unapologetic Negropean represent. It's someone that just like an opportunist, like, okay, I'm gonna do this. I can't I have no connection to where I can do anything in Africa, and maybe I can just get into a situation where Negropean. What kind of grown ass black man call himself a Negropean? So if you look at this, check this out. If you look at this, you have that don't represent the movement at all. Right. All of this commercial YouTuber and these people, like we were speaking about Art Cathey and just the controversy around Art, and Art, like I said, she had her problems like any other people. When people need handlers, you can't be by yourself making decisions like with Bla-xit and Juliet. It's her husband. He don't have much to say in anything. It's just
okay. I'm gonna go ahead and speak on that. That way we can be productive. So we're speaking on the idea of, as a movement, it can't be individuals. It have to be a board, a group of individuals. There are associations on the ground that we are working with, and everything is being done behind the scenes. We only want, the true people. And however, that's willing to work together and do it that way. It's obvious and apparent that the other way is not working, and it's only proof of the need for a few, those who are willing to come together and build. That's not in communities that will end up turning out like the communities we see in the States. You buying houses, you don't even know who you living next to. You don't know who you living next to. We're gonna do communities. They're gonna be planned out, and then we're gonna screen the ones that's in the community. And the community is gonna be set up a particular way, where we have young, impressionable people as a community ecosystem, running our businesses. You're welcome, Kiki. You took charge.
Juliet running the show, and he's there, and she made that very known on video. Juliet,
we know the issue they have.
I believe that he is going to be receiving a lot of the fallout, being the man of the household, the man. He doesn't take all the decisions himself. He doesn't make those decisions because he's in a partnership with his wife, of course. But I truly do believe that Kwesi is actually speaking correctly here. I think that Bla-xit wears the trousers in that household. I think that she tells Adrian what to do next, where to go. I believe that
situation right there, you know,
difficult decisions to do things that are perhaps a little bit more, how do you say?
WordTune helps you write.
He got, you notice he got his channel fully monetized. You know, I don't ask for donations. I don't ask.
I think she's the one that wants to bend the rules.
And Adrian,
Okay.
I only watched a few, your portion of those videos that you guys made with the two ladies that started all the drama, and supporting those ladies when I gave months and months and months of free labor, tens of thousands of dollars in intellectual properties, building the site, the databases, everything, and assisting y'all, G, you understand all the work he did, my team, Umi, Bugs, Muhammad, we all was there. I brought all those people there and we helped y'all. Pay for, Juliet. I'm not even addressing Adrian. It's Juliet. They try to drag me through the mud. The first girl that I met in Gambia, I ended up marrying her.
Okay, so pretty much, I've donated money, and when I went there, I had people on payroll already, so I went over there with them. That's when they had the shop, and over there on Palmarima Junction, and a lot of you people that came through, you guys saw me there, and it was problems back then. It was problems with people that were coming into the country, the first people that came in. So as a community, we definitely need to do some mental health, programs that is going to help. Definitely. That guy's a real two-bob. It's a necessary evil, because if it wasn't for him, I like to call him the son of Frankenstein, because you think about it, who else has been more pivotal in exposing Juliet? I tried to say some things back, but at that time I already knew that I wasn't going to be heard, because she was putting in the most work, contacting so many people, even contacting RJ and interfering in the whole process of my business, when all the investors, they wanted to, we were going through a process where we were doing an audit, and all of that was interfered with from day one. These people was all over it instead of minding their business. All of this got started and was supported and got to that level because of the YouTubers on the ground, Juliet and Bla-xit. You understand what I'm saying? All of them, they were actually saying and doing things and supporting, spreading negative for facts that don't exist, pure hate. And that's what it is. So let's go ahead and continue. I'm gonna try to go through this a little bit faster.
And we were married for a couple years before we started those girls.
I think it's crazy that he talks about the irony of the illicit types of activities, the minority of those people.
Well, there's no question that the people that came over, they weren't really serious about the being there, and they came for a short period of time, created havoc. Him himself, he's not even there on the continent. He's not there. I mean, I hope you guys were seeing that. I think I was sharing, but he's not on the continent. So you think he care? I don't think so. Let's go ahead and keep watching. And I think you guys can see me. Let me see.
Moving back to the Gambia or taking advantage of the fact that they can get a young, handsome boyfriend. I don't think there's anything wrong with.
Listen, what everybody's, what they come over there to do, as far as if they're, coming over there to, your personal life is your personal life, but the way that some of these people were conducting themselves was in not what they were doing on the outside that the public was seeing. What they were doing behind the scene was far worse. If you have past pain and trauma, and you know, a lot of people, you know, that comes out in a way where you abuse sex, you know, sexual promiscuity. And, you know, in this particular situation, it was around the time where they was trying to say I got arrested for breaking into one of the young ladies' houses, which was all a lie. And, you know, but they put my name out there. They put videos out there. They got so many videos out there about me that are all going to be used. That's perfect evidence in this case. It's this case that's developing. And, you know, none of it's true. So in any case, you know, one of the, you know, coming over there and having 5 boyfriends and 10 boyfriends. And, you know, like I said, if you somewhere hiding doing that, that's fine. But if you doing that and then you trying to come out and make claims against people that's been married over there, like, you know what I mean? You coming over there wilding and you're trying to destroy people that been in the country 7 years with family that's seeing that. These are Gambian people who are seeing. They saw a lot of people come through my house. My doors open, my compound. The first important people came through my house. And then the people that's there, they say, hey, these people will turn on you. They seen how many people I helped and what happened. You understand what I'm saying? They're watching that. And their whole family's knowing about that. They're talking about later for them, the whole Gambia and everybody seeing all of this stuff coming out of Gambia and other parts, mostly Gambia right now. And it was allowed to get to this level by people who are portraying to be world-class citizens. Let's continue to look at this. Take a look at Kiki research. This sister, she's going to go down in history.
That as long as that boyfriend also to be who they can control with
the clout chase.
A lot of the men were manipulated. Actually, we had 3 thugs try to confront an American citizen, and they're investigating, but I'll tell you, the person is not cooperating. So we're just allowing the authorities to do their part. But there was a criminal attempt to detain Elvin by, someone who was staying there, and, shouldn't be happy that Elvin, gave her opportunity. But she was glorified, and now we have criminal charges coming, and we're pressing, and we want full accountability.
And, trying to make some money and don't understand business, coming from backgrounds where they're 9-to-5 workers, you know what I mean? People who are low lives and don't have lives.
I don't think anybody was clout chasing. Guys, I think those people that went to the Gambia, who went to start their own businesses, that went to build their own houses, to build their own lives, those diasporans who moved back, didn't care about Kwesi Boyd. Guys, listen, they didn't care about getting clout from Kwesi Boyd, okay? There is nothing that they could have gotten from Kwesi Boyd, not even exposure, really, because he doesn't have that many subscribers on his YouTube channel, so you couldn't even get exposure for their own YouTube channel.
Okay, so you see, it's all about subscribers. That's what it's all about. And when I was speaking about clout chasing, I wasn't speaking about clout chasing me particularly. I was speaking about people that were looking to come up under the Bla-xit umbrella, people that were coming there looking up to get under the bag umbrella. So that's what I was speaking of in terms of people coming clout chasing. And then they have to accept this person. And, even though this person is spreading lies, and what it does is most of the time, people just leave with a sour taste with when they run into these YouTubers. But then you have a lot of wicked people coming that's really trying to enforce these things. And, before I had I think I had 100 subscribers, and I was very known and influential in the repatriation movement. So I don't think having a YouTube channel is important to be able to be effective and contribute to the continent. Most people not on YouTube. So I'll state again, when I didn't have any subscribers, I was in the midst of building a multi-million-dollar business and businesses that only ended up getting to that level. And I didn't with 2,000 subscribers. I have and Kiki, she can, she's gonna see all the evidence, and she's seen the databases, and she can do an analysis of that. But we're gonna need a team. We can compare databases if that was an argument, but that's not. Even if that was the case, you go to police and say, hey, this man stole my database, then that have to be proven. You don't go around saying, hey, you stole my database and making things up and lying, saying I stole money and things like that, and just being petty against someone that's well established in the country, that has family in the country, and well established in the movement. You understand what I'm saying? I'm not looking for friends. Remember when people were coming over, the first people that were coming over, we hosted hundreds of people before Negropean was born in the Gambia. I've been there, done that. What does it make a difference if, Rick said he got about 20 people coming through there a week, 20 people that's he hopes are going to donate to help build a spot where they can come, and he can build that spot, through donations for the movement. Help me build myself, build my family legacy, and then you guys can come, and then you can rent a room here. You can leave out, you can buy some products from us and take a gift basket home to America of collard greens and cassava. On your way out, get a plaque, $100 plaque. Thanks. You just subscribed. Thank you, man. Subscribe to my channel because I'm going to keep it real. And like I said, man, I've traveled the world. I really don't even have to be up here, but I know I've seen people do it the wrong way, and I know what we can do when we do it the right way. All our people that started, you guys are the foundational people. You guys took the punches and the bruises. You got to, when you're doing martial arts, I did martial arts for a long time. You boxing and you develop in your body. You might be just doing yoga. You're going to go through those pains, but it make you come out stronger. But we cannot turn our back on this movement because we're scared to confront some cowards. Thank you, Kiki. Keep pushing, man. Let's build our sisters and doing things the right way. You don't have to trust nobody. We don't have to trust anybody if it's done with a board of trustees or group decision making.
So I think that Kwesi is probably scraping the bottom of the barrel here.
Hold on. Let me go ahead and share my screen. Share. Bang. Okay.
And none of us perfect, we have our challenges. People who are low lives and don't have lives, people that come from backgrounds of alcohol and drug abuse. Like we all have issues of that, and then come in, at the time making these ridiculous and horrible claims about somebody over there that got families.
I find it rather strange that he talks about people coming over to Africa who have problems with substance abuse and with alcohol.
Well, I just wanted to focus on a few areas here, but this was dealing with, one of the accusers, because one of the claims that, I was being called a crackhead. And this is the most lowest, ghettoest, insult that someone can bring. And they put that, Negropean, put that on his platform. Go Black to Africa allowed these ladies to go there and make all of these ridiculous and heartbreaking claims and put that before our public. You understand what I'm saying? When the whole time they're coming from these type of backgrounds. So we have to, when these situations present themselves, we're going to have to take immediate action to have these people, and anybody that's having any issues, we can assist you with legally. Trust me, I've been through the system. So if you're having problems in the Gambia and you need support, they're going to try to get you. They're going to try to, in the court system, you're going to pay. You're going to pay. You understand? But you don't have to pay. Trust me. You know what I mean? You don't have to pay. You can get justice. You can bring someone right before magistrate within a matter of days. You can bring them to the police immediately. You understand what I'm saying? If you are having a problem, if you having problems, contact me. My information there. You contact Kiki. We want to make sure we do everything right, and we want to hold people accountable that's coming into the country creating disturbance, crime, and instability. I have some Gambians. Well, let's link up. And we're going to work behind the scenes to make sure that we can have a harmonious a reunion during this great time that will not be spoiled by an individual or individuals thinking they're above the law. These people, they doing things thinking they're above the law. You're going to go in another country and make your own laws and then making decisions and putting yourself out there for everybody. You guys that's in there building your house in quiet and silence, you understand you will be affected if something's not done.
Alcohol and everything else.
Okay.
I think it's Africa's responsibility. African can turn your life around.
They tried to accuse me of breaking into her house, some dumb ridiculous. It turned out to be the chick boyfriend that she was dating. Then they tried to blame everything on me. One of Juliet people that was part of her coalition of African descendants, I'm not going to share his name, but he came up to me and said, Juliet tried to blame everything on you, and she used all of her resources and everything, all her power and energy to get me an art out the market because she wanted to be the number one brand.
We're looking to connect with the best of our people right across the globe.
And that's what we're doing. We want to connect with the best of our people.
Okay, so hold on, it was quite a bit there.
Her resources and everything, all her power and energy.
What you guys saw about 18 months ago was a horrible attack on the movement, on the brothers, on the sisters. All self-inflicted, and this we have a history of this over here. This is the way we're going to deal with this. We're going to deal with this through the law, through the proper channels. But now we're going to be quicker to take action, so it won't be so devastating for those who are already broken. Those that are already broken, those are already on the fence, those who already have fear. People aren't saying they don't want to come over here because of the Lebanese. They're saying they don't want to come over here because there's other black people over there from America. People aren't saying they don't want to come to Africa because of the Chinese. They're saying, hey, I don't want to come over there because, I see people from the UK and people from the US, feuding. People are not saying they don't want to come to Africa because the Indians. They're saying I don't want to come to Africa because I see the brothers and sisters that went there are not together. But don't let that stop you. If you have right intentions, you can be there and, integrate the right way, but don't come making problems. And if we find and see problems, we got to report that to authority. We can't let our sickest people be able to. The only thing that's stopping them from coming over here is being able to buy a ticket. I made a video saying that we need to do some type of screening process. It's not that we're looking for people that have criminal backgrounds and stuff like that. You understand what I'm saying? And, you're welcome as long as you're not a wanted criminal or you have criminal intent here. This is a place where you can come and you don't have to worry about all that stigmatism from American society. But we don't want people that's coming over here that do not care, that's coming here to destroy, coming here with their sickness and coming here to destroy. We don't want that. And all of our eyes need to be open. And like I said, we right now, the legal system and law enforcement right now is, they're investigating. So if there's any problems or issues you guys have, you guys need to bring them to the table, and we need to handle them collectively where it requires collective resolution. And then we need to handle it individually where it requires individual resolution. I'm going to share, and we're going to run through this video. Let me see. Hold on a second. All right. A tremendous amount of energy was used to defame my character, as well as my partner, all for no reason. All for no reason. I ask anybody that's a YouTuber that we've already downloaded. Let me see.
They get me an art out the market because she wanted to be the number one. And that's what we're doing. We want to connect with the best of our poverty mindset. But that don't mean you can't be successful.
Guys, for context, you need to know the reasons why these two are making these videos now. And to know that they are shady characters. These two people are not making this video for you. These two people are making these videos in order to convince those people who are still sitting on the fence right now to do business, to continue doing business.
So basically, he's trying to convince you guys that I shouldn't have a story. You know, he's trying to convince you. And I hear people come and say all the time, hey, not all the time, but you have a few people that say, hey, you know, you're trying to convince people. I don't have to try to convince anybody. He's trying to convince because he has nothing. You understand what I'm saying? And it's not even about him convincing. The facts in this case, these are serious, serious charges that are just all sloppy and over YouTube. And we'll find this level, way to the highest level and highest courts in the Gambia and other parts. But in any case, Bomani's well established. I'm well established. You know, if we get up there and do a video telling our story, they're trying to convince you that they're not criminals. Could you all see my screen? Okay, I'll stop my screen share. Let me go ahead and share it again. And we're almost at the end of this. I don't want to keep you guys too long. Let me see. We're going to keep it right at 1 hour. Okay, and this for those who are coming over. Let's see.
This is with them. Why are they making it now? Kwesi had the Gambia in his hands, and this guy could have ruled that country. He had the ability to do it. He messed up. And Bomani was not the right person.
You know, in terms of Gambia, you know, and, you know, the statement that he made, you know, how did I mess up? Or did some people mess that up for not myself, for everybody? And he was the main person. So, you know, it's crazy that, you know, it's fine because, like I said, it's just a part of the growing pains, you know, and it makes us a lot stronger and it makes us a lot wiser, you know. But now, you know, you know that we have people that really don't care, and they're more concerned about getting theirs before, you know, the resources run dry. They want to have all of theirs build up. They want everybody to support them. They want everybody to send donations to them, let them build it up. And then you have the next man coming over thinking they can do the same thing. Let me go over there. Let me get donations. A lot of people coming with that model, or just coming and not being a support system to each other. Just come over and buy your land, or come over or just donate to me and just come over and, you know, we'll point you in the right direction. That's not. We don't want to just be a group of unorganized people, and then you got all of this stuff going on by the main ones that's creating a gang umbrella model. Don't be under, you know, watch out for your umbrella. Allah. So let me go ahead and share this.
Person to lead people. He is the right person if you want somebody there who's going to use you, who's going to sap everything out of you.
He's speaking about Bomani, but Bomani is well established. So I got, you know, like, he's just talking right now.
That is the kind of person who Bomani is. He will never change. He will always be that.
He's a brother like we've all been in marriages. You know,
okay.
They did everything they could try to do to me. They brought me to the police, Juliet and Adrian. You know, shame on you. Shame on you.
Mm-hmm.
Juliet, some judge, you know, like she, you know, she was over in the UK, and, you know, saying her son is being bullied, and that these kids were using fear and intimidation, you know, against him. and she employs the same tactics on the repatriation movement.
I think that Kwesi Boyd is actually making a point here. I think that whilst he has done wrong and he has done a lot of bad things.
Now you hear this guy, he's just trying to reinforce, you know, the original lie. It's like the original sin there. And, you know, his mama, Juliet, is the serpent. And, you know, it's like he was a part of the whole conspiracy to bring everything down. So he's still saying Kwesi Boyd has done a lot of things, but all of the accusations were proven false. So to keep everything going and to keep that out there, you know, that's his role. That's what he do.
I think that a lot of people, other people that were working along with him, have piled on all the things, all the problems that they had, and put them onto Kwesi Boyd.
Okay, now he's starting to speak some truth. So, all right.
I think that, you know, he was the perfect scapegoat because he had that exposure. So people were attacking him through Art Cathey. Art Cathey was never answering back. So he was a perfect scapegoat for many of them. No doubt in my mind that Kwesi could have dominated the Gambia. And that's scary, really, because, I don't know, I think that when you have a person who is articulate and intelligent and is business savvy, who has everything going for him, but only has a few demons that totally obliterate everything else.
So we're trying to figure out what these demons are. And, you know, as I said, you know, my contributions and everything that I do was never for, you know, selfish. And I've been married. I'm married over there. You know, I have children, so I'm good. I have my piece of paradise, and you know, it's for us all to be able to come over and make contributions and to pass on, you know, our skills and talents to the next generation. You know, so. Yeah, he's you know, he's there though, and you got to understand, it's like if you run in track, there got to be hurdles there. You understand what I'm saying? There got to be hurdles, and these are the hurdles of life. And this, you know, however, in this race, we're running for our survival, and you know, you have people there, man, that will coach you in the wrong direction, and we have to be able to learn from the society and know when we hear, you know, the right type of community build model and how to gravitate towards that. And that's what people have done. People will try to minimize, you know, everyone that's out there, the 500 people, all the people that brought real estate reports, you know, over 130 people, you know, all of the people that initially came to the table and invested, you know, it's not over. As long as you have your health. And then now we are seeing where the problem was. So a lot of people benefited where we should have benefited collectively. Individuals benefited. So it made, you know, they was like, okay, let's, you know, bust this piñata and then everybody go ahead and grab all of the, you know, the goods. You understand what I'm saying? You know, it's like, you know, it's like, let's burn this business down and we're going to set up a shop right across the street. But what happened is you have people who are like Juliet who have worked in and she'll tell you, she used to tell me all the time, she worked in mergers and acquisitions and takeovers. That's what she used to do. So when you start talking about that, that's a whole nother level, especially when you're dealing with millions of dollars of you know, confirmable, you know, investment pledges, you know, and other financial intellectual assets that were built through what we were doing. All of that's there, you know. So however, I'm gonna just there was no more that I wanted to get out of that. I just want to go ahead and close this out. And you know, thanks everyone for watching. I just wanted to get here and you know, be able to speak about that particular video. And you know, Kiki has a lot of information there. You know, check her out on her channel. And you know, there's a lot of people that's in the Gambia right now that's just, you know, they're lost right now. And, you know, a lot of the people that's there, like I said, you know, we really need some institutions to deal with our emotional and mental state. Okay, everybody's not coming that path, you know, but our little small community, you know, we're going to make sure that everything is protected, everything is, you know, confidential, because the vast majority of the ones, you know, they're actually going to come and try to bring things down, because that's just how their mentality. They'll say, hey, I want to be a part of this community, I want to be able to help. And we're dealing with that right now, in which I'll talk more about. And you guys look on my channel regarding to the charges that we're bringing against a lady and her son who just came over here and ruined this man business after he looked out for him. Same thing repeating itself. So we're going to get on it. You know, we need to build a team of legal professionals and people that's serious and people that's tired. You understand what I'm saying? Enough is enough. So in closing, you know, thanks for watching. Be blessed. Master Kwesi checking out.